Hey, everyone. I apologize. I am 12 minutes late, but I shall waste your time no more. The coaching call that I was on went pretty late. And I have no regrets. I'm sorry I'm late here, but I have no regrets about that. I am feeling so full because I absolutely love what I do. And today we are talking about the law of attraction and career advancement. I'm just trying to do some things here. The law of attraction and career advancement. I don't know how my network is, but I'm going to do my best to go through this. Listen, um, uh, 544 hash. When we think about career advancement, first of all, and the law of attraction, something I keep telling you repeatedly is number one. Okay, sorry. Hello, everyone. I am Coach Vuyanzi Rodman. I help Black women leaders make career transitions with ease. And today, as we're talking about the law of attraction and career advancement, I want you to know something. Number one is that you have to be clear about where you want your career to go. Now, I'm using the word career, and career can also mean your business. Reply for other number. Be very clear. I've heard people saying, I kind of want to go somewhere, but I'm not really sure. So now's the chance to get clear on where exactly you want to go with your career. Write that down. What is the picture when you think about it? What does that picture look like? Because this is important. I can't help you to attract that if you're not even sure on what it is that you're attracting. So define what career advancement looks like to you. Define what career advancement looks like to you. And I will say, don't do this while we're here, because I mean, unless you're watching the replay, you can press pause, but get that written down. Just want to make sure we don't run out of Wi-Fi. That's why I'm looking down, because I want to make sure that I have the data that I need to continue with this call. So for instance, when I was looking to switch from consulting and go back to full-time work, I knew what I wanted to be. Now, first I had a vision, and that was what is called that company was a publishing company. So we did sales presentations. So the level I knew about was called a content specialist. Now, as I began to form the picture, like, okay, I can do this, I'm partially doing it anyway as a consultant, then I found out there was something called a national content specialist. Now, at the time, my goal was to be making sure that I'm making more money, because at that time, I wanted to make sure I was making more money. And I'm like, well, this has the word national in front of it. If it has the word national, maybe that means it's more money. So then I got a picture of that. And I was discouraged by one of the managers. She's like, "Oh, you can't go for that. They only hire internal people." And because I was a consultant, I was not considered internal. So I already had the picture, even though the discouragement came along, I had that picture. So I was very clear on what I wanted. So I heard her say that, but at the time I knew better than to listen to that, because I knew it was someone trying to divert me from the very clear picture I had. And when I walked into that, I know I was able to attract it because I felt very confident. I knew I could do it. When I read what the job entailed, I had no doubt that I could do it. I had no doubt that I could be passionate about it. And a lot of times the way the law of attraction works is that you'll draw in people that you don't even realize until they're there, that are resonating with you. There was a woman there sitting in that interview with me. And I already could tell immediately, we're vibing, we're on the same vibration. I could feel it. I could absolutely feel it. And I felt very confident that I was going to get that job. And so what happened? I attracted it. So visualized it, the confidence, it came from where? The believing, the internal believing. It wasn't just a job I could do, but I knew I could fully bring my full self to the table and be able to be successful with it. So then there was that belief, defining belief. And therefore, what did that belief do? That belief magnetized, that belief attracted the person who I needed to be at that interview. Because actually, when I'm thinking about it, the woman who discouraged me from even going to the position was there. Now imagine if it had only been her, and maybe she, the other woman who would become my boss had to hear about it secondhand. That would have been a problem, but I magnetized someone who was on the same frequency as me. And then what happened? I got in that particular space. So let me ask you for yourself, what are you seeing for your career advancement? What are you then believing about it? I had a coaching call the other day, where the guy was just like, oh, I know I can do it. I'm smart enough for it. But I want to be clear when it comes to your career advancement. It's not just about being smart enough, because a lot of you have enough intellect to do many things. But I want you to think about bringing your whole self. Are you seeking something that the belief comes from within? The belief comes from that I can bring my whole, full, beautiful, passionate self into this role. Is that there? And what did I say? I just lost the third point, but the belief, okay. And then that belief, then knowing that you will magnetize what it is that you want. Listen, when you're thinking about, so let's hover over for belief, right? So visualization, belief, magnetizing. Yeah, magnetizing. Visualize, belief, magnetize. So even thinking about what it is that you are magnetizing or attracting to you. Some of you have these blocks. So you may be confident in certain areas, but then there's some areas that you're not. And that could be a belief like trasher, because your subconscious mind doesn't really believe you can do it. So I would say right now, as you're thinking about magnetizing what it is for your career advancement, I want you to consider how you can build your belief muscle. How can you build your belief muscle? What can you do? Start believing small things, then grow your belief, And remember, belief is that knowing, right? The confidence in knowing who you are and what it is that you bring to the table. I'm feeling like many of you don't even realize the value that you bring. You may talk it, but when it comes to articulating it, you don't even realize the value that you're bringing. You have to understand the value that you're bringing, believe you can bring it, so that then you can magnetize the results that you want. Listen, one of the other ways is, as you're thinking about this and as you're building belief, even as you walk into the interview or into a potential client's office, I want you to envision how it would feel if you have the very thing that you're going for already. What would that feel like for you to have it? That is one of the ways to build your belief muscle. When your belief muscle comes into play, what'll happen? You're going to attract the results you want. Folks, this is really simple. I don't need to spend hours on this. Watch it, pause it, write things down and think about where it is you're headed. You can get there. And if you're saying, well, I've been trying it, then this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment to meet with me, because a lot of times there's stumbling blocks that you're not even realizing that are there, that are hindering you, that are blocking you from getting to that next level in your career, from getting you to the next level with what you want in your life. Law of attraction and career advancement. Make sure you write down here the point that stands out to you the most. And again, if you're not getting results, let's see what it is. Let's sit down and see if we can't pull out the obstacles, because they're mindset obstacles, whether conscious or subconscious, they're mindset obstacles that may be standing in your way from the career advancement that you want. Queen, I love you. And I'm going to get ready to go. So here, and I hope